Chapter 1. Marked by the Alpha. I am Ella Collins, daughter of the once great Moonrise Pack. When I was chosen as the mate of Adam Blackthorn, the Alpha of the Darkshadow Pack, I thought I was blessed by the Moon Goddess herself. Adam was fierce, respected, feared. Darkshadow ruled all of Namerica. Smaller packs had either bent the knee or been crushed beneath its heel. And me. I was pulled from my quiet, safe life into the eye of the storm. On the night of the full moon mating ceremony, Adam marked me before the whole pack. His fangs pierced my skin like fire and ice, and I felt our bond snap into place like a chain. My heart raced, not out of fear, but hope. I believed I had found my forever. "You are mine now, Ella," Adam had whispered into my ear, his voice rough and tender. "And no one will ever hurt you again." I didn't know it then, but the one to hurt me most would be him. Golden torches lined the black stone walls of the great hall. I stood beside Adam, my hand resting on his thick forearm as he introduced me to the beta of the Goldfangs, one of Darkshadow's allied packs. "This is Ella Collins, my mate, chosen by fate," he said proudly, brushing my hair over my shoulder with a gentleness that always made my stomach flutter. The Goldfang beta bowed. "An honor, Luna. Luna." The title still felt foreign on my tongue. "She's everything to me," Adam added, squeezing my waist. "My heart." Everyone saw how he looked at me, touched me, protected me. They believed in our love. So did I. Everywhere I went, Adam brought me with him. Ceremonies, banquets, council meetings with other packs. His pack treated me like a queen. I bloomed under the attention, started believing I deserved the love he gave. Then came that night. I had awoken from a dreamless sleep, throat dry. I wandered through the Alpha's residence, looking for water. As I passed the war room, voices drew me near. "Too many packs want me dead, Jason," Adam's voice said. "I made too many enemies." Jason, his beta, replied, "Then what will you do about Amy?" I froze. Amy. A name I didn't recognize. Adam growled low. "That's why I marked Ella. They'll all believe I love her. If I put her in the spotlight, make her my weakness, the others won't look for the real one. Amy's the one I can't afford to lose." Jason exhaled. "You're playing a dangerous game. I'd rather sacrifice the decoy than lose the one I truly care about." Something inside me shattered. I pressed a hand to my mouth to keep from crying out. My knees buckled as I stumbled back into the shadows. A decoy. I wasn't his heart, I was his shield. Adam was asleep when I returned. I stared at him in silence. His chiseled features looked soft in sleep. The man I thought I loved. The one who called me everything. Tears fell soundlessly. By morning, I had made up my mind. I would leave. I left no note, no trace. I took only what I needed, shifted into my wolf form, and ran. My paws pounded the earth with rage and grief. I didn't know where I was going, but I knew I had to get away from the lie. As the forest swallowed me, I felt our bond tug. Adam had awakened. He was calling me. But I didn't look back. Chapter 2. The She-Wolf Who Ran. The wilds beyond Darkshadow territory were colder than I remembered. Every gust of wind felt like a whisper of betrayal against my fur, every moonlit path a thread pulling me further from who I had once been. I ran for days, through rivers and forests, past abandoned borders and long-forgotten stones that once marked pack lands. I crossed the eastern pass into no man's land, territory unclaimed by any alpha, home to rogues and secrets. And I was alone. I found it on the third night, tucked beneath an overhang, half covered in vines, but sturdy. The door creaked with age as I pushed it open. Inside, the air smelled of dust and cedar. There was a fireplace, a broken table, a faded bedroll. I collapsed. That night, for the first time in weeks, I didn't dream of Adam. I dreamed of silence, of peace, of freedom. I stayed hidden. My wolf hunted deer and rabbits. I repaired the roof with my bare hands, made a fire each night, and began to feel like someone else, someone I hadn't known existed. But wounds don't close just because you leave the battlefield. Every time I closed my eyes, I heard Adam's voice. If I don't claim Ella, they'll target my real weakness, Amy. I began to hate that voice. And the way my heart still clenched when I heard it in my head. It was twilight when I smelled him. Wolf. Male. Alpha blood. I shifted instantly, standing in the clearing outside the cabin, claws out. He didn't attack. Instead, he stepped from the trees slowly, hands raised. He had wild dark hair, eyes like storm clouds, and a scar that ran down the side of his throat. "You're far from home," he said softly. "Did Darkshadow cast you out?" I froze. "No," I said bitterly. "I cast them out."